Hello there, Kasama Lee here. What is seller in possession? If you're curious, watch this video. Let's talk about seller in possession. In real estate, we call it the SIP. And no, that does not mean shelter in place. By the way, we're almost done. We're coming out from darkness. We are seeing people again. Aren't you excited about that? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It just makes me so happy to be able to see and reconnect with my friends and community and family again. Okay, but we're not here to talk about shelter in place. We're here to talk about seller in possession. If you are a homeowner and you're looking to sell your home in this wild and amazing, you should be hearing violin right now, amazing market for the sellers. You are getting your house ready, you're excited because you're either moving out of state or you're moving to maybe a neighboring city, or you might be moving from one side of town to another. Regardless, you are moving to another home, whether you're moving to a larger home, a larger lot, or maybe you're moving to a smaller home because now it's your turn to downsize, right? You are empty nesters, maybe. So all of these things are happening. The dynamic of selling your home, that part is going to be fun and exciting to see all the love and attention that you're going to get from all these potential buyers. But now you're selling. On the other side of it, you're buying. Oh my goodness, you're in the same pool as all the other people who are looking to buy, right? And remember, I told you we're in a seller's market and the market is bananas. Having said that, there is a solution to you being able to sell and then buy at the same time. There's several ways to do it. I'm recently working with several sellers who are looking to buy as well because they're moving out of that house, but they're in competition in the same competitive market to buy, right? So what we have been doing successfully so far is I would pre-negotiate up front on behalf of the seller. As we put the property on the market, we are disclosing as a disclosure, letting everybody, all the potential buyers and their agents know that seller is going to need to rent back. In high real estate term, we call it seller in possession or seller's rent back, which means after the close of escrow, new buyer actually has the keys to the property. However, the buyer is not moving in right away because we had made this pre-negotiated understanding. There's an actual agreement that we wrote up where the seller is going to remain in the property after they've got the funds, the transaction is closed. The property is now in the name of the buyer. The buyer now becomes the landlord and the seller becomes the tenant. Seller is now based on the terms. Every transaction is going to be different, okay? And this is where you really need to get with your real estate agent and understand what the terms might look like. But whatever the terms may be, the seller is remaining in the property for a finite number of days. Usually the date is predetermined during negotiation. So it could be 2 weeks, it could be 29 days, it could be 35 days, it could be 45 days, or it could be 60 days, depending on the needs of what the seller has in the number of days they need to be able to transition to the property that they're purchasing. So all of those things have to happen on the purchase side, right? It has to close. This seller now, who has become a buyer, is transitioning to this house, right? But it has to close. The property has to be in their name before they can move in so that they can move out of this one. So in the ideal smooth world of real estate, it's a smooth one move transaction for the seller to move into their what we call replacement property. I hope that makes sense. It sounds complicated, but when we're doing a lot of that lately, especially if you're working with a lot of clients that are going through the process, it becomes something that we kind of have a formula. Like I have a format of how that needs to be done, and I explain it to the client, and I know that it brings them peace. Peace of mind is all we need in this world, right? My job is to bring a peace of mind to my client and be a problem solver to any potential issues that may come up during this process. And sometimes in my experience, sometimes you need to kind of renegotiate or extend the seller in possession period. So having a buyer who has flexibility to accommodate that is huge, okay? So typically I will learn more about the buyer's situation if they would have the flexibility to modify the timeline of the seller in possession if needed. So that, if we do everything right and everything goes as planned, that's wonderful, right? But when it doesn't, our job, I truly believe, as a real estate agent serving your client, is to really kind of look beyond what's in front of us and see what the potential issues that may come up and kind of pre-solve them, if that makes sense, so that should the scenario change, we have a plan B right in place. So that's kind of the goal. That's why we do what we do. We're the professional problem-solving experts in real estate. I hope you learn a new terminology of what seller in possession or seller's rent back means. For more information about the process of buying, you'll want to watch this video. Thanks for watching.